Welcome back to Sampstra Games, the place to find new strategy games, and today we're gonna play Cyberhive. This is kind of like a ship management game, and it's pretty interesting, so let's begin. We're gonna be playing the campaign, Chronicle of the Exodus, solve the order of the galaxy's oldest artifact, and choose your side in the coming war. You will be playing on easy. Now what's really cool about this game is you can gain these bonuses, but you don't just get them from the beginning. You can pick, you actually have to play a game and you have to get to a specific, fill a specific requirement. For example, you have to have compartments upgraded to level 50 and then you gain this particular bonus. So because I did the stubborn requirement in my game, we can actually pick this bonus and we're going to get a little bit more resources at the beginning of the game. So I think this is a very cool and kind of gives like a nice element. It's not just like bonuses that you can pick for your run. It actually depends on your previous run. Fantastic. So let's go. Greetings, Commander. Our ship is called Minister and you have been chosen to command. Have you ever piloted such ships? Of course. How can you even ask me that? I wish you get Flight Commander. Alright. So we start chapter 1, the Black Sun. Alright, so we got this beautiful ship. Now we've got workers. We call them bees for some reason. They're only women and they wear very impractical clothes for their job. So let me first of all tell you about what kind of department we've got. So we have a honeycomb. Here a worker can create nutritious energy gel from the crystal. So the way this works is that for each bee, this is the number of bees you have, so each worker, you use up some energy gel to kind of help them survive. I guess it's like food. You get the energy gel from crystals if you assign a person here. Your other resources are biomaterial. This is for creation of new bees and for science. And spare parts are to upgrade ships and repair it after a breakdown. So we're going to assign one bee here into the honeycomb and she's going to turn 250 crystals into 125 energy gels. Okay? Then we've got incubator. Here is the place where new worker bees are created based on the genes of the hive queen. You do not actually need to put anybody here. It will just work automatically. You can speed it up, but I don't recommend it because once your energy gel gets to 0, it's game over. And it's a lot more difficult to maintain than it seems. Like getting energy gel is not easy. Then we've got the barracks. This is a place where the warrior bees are learning to shoot ship cannons and repel boarding attacks. We'll talk more about combat once it happened. This place is for shield. I'm just going to show you so you see how the people look. But yeah, our shield is currently 100. The combat is interesting. We'll talk more about when it happens. If we don't encounter combat in the game, we'll do like a test space battle just so we can see how it works. So don't worry about it. Here we've got laboratory. So the way the laboratory works, you have to start a research and then assign people. You don't automatically assign them. So for example, I'm just laughing at it close because like the life code is like, I get it. And then the thing underneath the life code is like, is this like comfortable? Why are you wearing that? Wear something cool, I don't know. But she does look great. Like a scientist, like 10 out of 10. But still a little like, come on. Also, why would you want to work like this in a science lab? Like, wear flat shoes, not heels. But whatever, we'll ignore that. We'll just pay for the research, we'll use our biomaterial, and we'll assign one person here to work on this. You do not get to know the research beforehand. You just kind of pick like area, and then they work on it. It's actually kind of interesting. I'm not against that. It's different than it's in typical games and kind of makes sense in a way that like, you know, you don't know what the scientist will figure out. Like usually you have like a better idea what they're trying to figure out, but here it's kind of like, let's just try something. If it works, you know, it works. Alright, so let's assign one person here. We'll get a plus 3% efficiency in turning crystals into energy gel, presumably. Next, we've got medical compartment. This allows you to heal injured bees. Alright, and flight control cabin, this is quite important. What this does is this will allow you to research, like find new places from which you can grab crystals. Alright, so we're going to end our very first cycle. At the end of the first cycle, we're using 98 energy gels to feed up our bees, but we're also using, turning 250 crystals to 125 energy gels, so we actually gain plus 27. We still have 2 people left, so we're going to put them into research, because why not? You don't need to put anybody into the barracks or the power compartment because we have shield up to 100%, and the barracks we've got 10 It's in missiles, so we're fine on that department. We can go to the shop though. We could, for example, grab an energy gel imitation. Our wasting of energy at the end of the cycle is minus 20%, but this only lasts 2 cycles. We could also get instant bay upgrade, research velocity increase, but again only for 2 things. We could turn crystals into energy gels, but this would turn 250 into 70 into like 90, so it's kind of the same as if we do it normally, so there's no need to really hurry. So we're just gonna leave it the way it is and end the cycle. At the end of the cycle, you first of all usually discover new stuff, but you also can gain... So you discover the space debris. You can also get certain events. So I'm going to click on the space debris. Now here we can pick what we want to focus on grabbing. We can focus on grabbing everything, or we can just say, hey, I just want to focus on crystals or biomaterials. Depending on how many people you assign, that's how much you can carry. So we're going to take away 2 people from our research, put them in here. So this means we'll be able to carry 220 stuff. And in total there's 461 crystals and 97 biomaterial. Let's just go for everything. I think we're fine on that. We'll move towards the next turn. We have mined some resources. We haven't actually discovered anything new, so we're just going to keep doing that. And we've gotten another 220 crystals, and we increased the processing efficiency of turning crystals into energy gel. The bees from the laboratory ask you to give them energy gel to experiment with its structure. Sure, experiments are important. Let's do it. It is the most valuable resource, but I'm willing to do some experiments. Now let's do another research focusing on the main production. Processing volume plus 3% when it comes to the crystals. That's pretty good. And here we can see that now we turn 194 crystals into 100 energy gel. So this used to be 200, so that's a bit better. And this is at the end of the cycle, turn all of our crystals into 113 energy gel things. Now we could also upgrade this using our spare parts. So we're going to do it. It's going to increase the processing volume and efficiency. So now we only turn 191 crystals into this. It starts slow, but it's going to sort of increase over time. And we have 1 person left, so we'll send them into the laboratory. All right, let's do one more. Okay, we depleted the area. Hopefully we'll find a new one. We actually did. Right now, we can see it here. Alas, the recent lab experiment didn't end with a positive result. Energy gel was simply wasted. Oh, that's a shame. We'll focus again on everything here, and we'll send both of our people in there because we need to get as much of it as possible. Now, if we want to upgrade this again, we would need 500 spare parts. It's important to have some left over because there will be different events, and the events can give you quests, and then you fulfill the quest if you have enough spare parts of some types, or other things. Oof, we've got a new bead. It's actually not as good as it seems because we're going to eat up a lot more energy gel. See, we're going to do it now, turning into minus when it comes to energy gel. So that's not great at all. If we're going to send them to help mine, but also send them into the research, so we increase the processing volume. If I were to upgrade this, the research velocity will be sped up, but I think we're gonna try to wait for 500 parts and upgrade the honeycomb again. Could we buy anything exciting here? Not really. Wait, according to transporting, increase for 13, but it costs me energy gels, which is really expensive. We could turn 100 research into 35 energy gels, but it's probably not worth our time either. So let's just move to the next one. We got 330 crystals, and we found a small anomaly. Command, I have one promising assistant, Sigma 149. She researches... How can I simplify this? A replication of material structures using the informational matrices. Right now she constructs the device that is able to create a copy of any material object that has a small size. However, by now the copies are temporary and unstable. Do you remember the complaints for explosion in the laboratory? They were her copies. When they disappear, they produce a lot of energy. Would you order to give her 75 crystals? 75 crystals to let everything explode? Of course. Of course, that's such a great idea. How can you even ask me that? Now over here we've got 138 crystals, so we definitely don't need this many people. Just have one to grab, not all of the crystals, but most of them, and we'll send 2 more people here towards the small anomaly. Small anomaly, nothing special. I like that. Let's keep going. New resource collection point has been found. We found space debris and we got some good crystals and we increased the thing. Now we still have 1 person in this control and we have 2 people left. We might want to say, hey, I don't want to search for a new place. Instead, I'm going to send 2 people here to this space debris and we'll still send 1 person to research. We'll keep doing the research in the same area. Beast creation cost. Ooh, that's not particularly what I want, but I guess we can turn that off. So I guess that's what we'll learn. Not my idea, not what I want, but that's okay. So at this point, we're not going to be finding new like space debris or anomalies, but I think that's alright. We first need to take care of those that we've got. Oh, we actually did find a small asteroid, even though no one was working there. Interesting. Commander, do you remember I told you about my personal member who experimented with duplicating things? You forbid to give her the crystals. What? I said yes! However, unfortunately, even without them, she continued to experiment on her own, and it ended up with an explosion in laboratories. 2 bees were injured. But still, her experiments ended up with a success. Sigma-149 created a unique device. It can really make the copies of small material things. Would it be some other device or, for instance, a gold bar? Unfortunately, these copies don't exist for a long time. They explode. But we work on solving this problem. Ooh. Awesome, my congratulations. Alright, so now we need to grab a person and we need to heal them. Oh, but we don't have any because they're not working right now. Okay, so let's take them away from this. Then one person. 35% velocity increase of their health. Okay, that's fine. Here we've got 140 crystals, so we only need 1 person. We'll send 2 people into the medical bay just to kind of speed it up. I want to make sure that they're healed as quickly as possible. Alright, we finished that first area. Commander, the anomaly from which we're mining resources now doesn't look like the other ones. There's a subspace pocket inside of it that looks like a stash somebody deliberately created. You let us send a probe to examine this pocket? You'll need 150 spare parts to it, so this is a task. We accept it, and we've got the parts. We can just click complete and finish it, so we'll do that right now. We only have to wait for the result. Now, how are this thing going? So we already healed 1 of our bees, so we're going to send 1 of them back to research. We don't worry, actually we should have 2 people here to gain as much of these crystals as possible. We only have 2 turns for this. Where are the rest of our people? Oh, they're all healing the sick people. Yeah, I guess we'll do it. And we're not turning crystals. We don't have anybody here, but it still seems to be turning the crystals into this. This is kind of interesting. I think that might be a bug, not sure if that's how it's supposed to work. Okay, we've got another bee. The probe that you sent to examine the anomaly discovered in the subspace dash a mysterious object, a strange-looking casket with notches for the 6 crystals. Scientists pulled the artifact out and delivered it to the laboratory with a mysterious casket. And so if I turn a person in, oh, it just changes the thing. Okay, okay. So we can do more per turn, essentially. We don't actually, do we need to do more per turn? Yeah, well, 1 is enough. Now we're going to send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 workers. We should grab everything in that 1 turn, and then we'll have 2 turns for this. So that's fine. Okay, okay, we'll do it like this. And we'll have 1 person still working in the laboratory. Great. Commander, as to the artifact that we pulled from the anomaly, it's many millenniums old. If to speak about handmade objects of such age, we only knew the crystals, but there are not many crystals in the galaxy that are this old. My colleagues continued the research. It's obvious that this casket serves to decrypt the data from some unusual crystals. So I have a couple of suggestions, but they're so unbelievable that I'm not ready to express them right now. For the experiment with artifacts, we also need many crystals, no less than 300. I ask you to give us the stuff we need, right now. Watch your tone when you speak to your boss. Right, we're gonna send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people here into the crystals. 1 person into this searching for new areas. And we're going to say, hey, I've got this. I've got these 300 crystals. Use them to learn about the artifact. Right. Gotten almost all the parts there we needed. Let me talk to you, Commander. I have a bad feeling. The stash in the anomaly. Usually there are guards near the stashes. I understand that we need working hands everywhere, but I'd like to ask you to keep the crews as near the shield as well as the cannons in the barrack to avoid trouble. May turn out to be very important, Commander. Right, so this is actually because there's going to be a combat soon. We could add a person here, but I think what this does is just like use us missile if we lose them. Since we currently have the maximum of our missiles, we don't actually need anybody there. Now here we need to send like 4 people here, and we should start working on a research. So we'll focus again on, let's focus on mining this time. Radar range plus 50, so this will allow us to discover new areas. And that's it. Are we still gaining crystals? Yeah, plus 10 per turn, so we're all good. gotten some nice crystals. Still doing, actually it's only 200, so we'll send 2 people there. I guess we'll put some, I don't think the barracks are going to do anything. We'll put some more people into, let's try it. I don't think it's going to, yeah, cannon power is 180, but we'll give that a shot. We've got an achievement miner, so that means that next time we could get a nicer bonus when we begin the game. Alright. Battle alarm, Commander! The battleship of Graveator Beetles are approaching. Darn, they're sending us a message, Commander. A heavy bulk of alien battleship appears on the screen. Then the message appears. Manystar, we don't want to spill your blood. Send us the artifact that you've taken from the anomaly. We will take our paths peacefully. Otherwise, prepare to die. The Black Sun. Of course, we're gonna fight simply because I want to show you the combat in this game. So, they're gonna throw at us missiles. We've got missiles ourselves, but our missiles actually blow up only like here on the bottom part of the screen. So you want to make sure that you don't shoot them too soon. Now, depending on whether we shoot down more of their missiles than they throw at us, we win or lose. The Beetles are sending curses on air. You're profaning bundles of antiquities. You don't even understand what you got in your hands. Barbarians. However, the damaged battleship retreats and disappears in a hypertunnel. An artifact is left to your chances. What this thing actually is, we have no idea. But hopefully we'll learn, because we're trying to use our crystals to learn that. Now we can send some of our people over there. We should keep some people here to make sure that our... Oh, we should also potentially... Actually, we'll send someone to the shield department, because we need to make sure that our shield is up. In case they come back and choose to shoot at us, you know, we want to be ready. We're still gaining. We only have 1 person in the crystal department, put 2 into the lab. Alright, we've got another B. We finished the research, so we increased our radar range, and we could go to the market if we wanted to. So we'll send this extra person to the crystal thing. Actually, should we send it here instead? I'll send 4 people here so we can gather everything that's there. And we should start a new research as soon as we've got the points, which we actually don't have. Something to keep in mind. We found a garbage dump. Let me speak, Commander. I didn't forbid you from talking. Go. I worry about that incident with Gravedigger's battleship. What kind of ship was it? The English sometimes is not perfect. It doesn't mention the Beetle Fleet Registry or any list of known pirate vessels. It's not in the Battle's Fleet Register or any list of known pirate vessels. How and why they came to that place? How did they know exactly what we've got? I want to ask our agents for more information. This means expenses, so I asked to provide me with resources, Commander. She's yelling at me a lot. Like, come on, I'm supposed to be your boss. Like, I'd like you to keep a level of respect when you talk to me. I know you're not used to it, but like, please. Maybe we shouldn't say please, like we're the boss, we should just say do it. We're too much nice of a boss, and she's starting to walk all over me, and I don't like that. But I also don't want to be the boss who kind of yells at her, so I'm like a little bit like, I don't know. You know, just like, I would like a level of respect. Alright, let's do a new research. We're gonna do, actually, maybe not, because we need to activate this. We need to give her the stuff. Alright, we gave her the stuff, we'll wait with the research. And let's move to the next one. Ooh, we've got another achievement, this time technologist. Nice. Found lost cargo and gain additional crystals. Commander, we have finished examining the artifact. It's an incredible find. Most likely it's legendary key of the Exodus tablets. What's that? You should know that the legends of all the races, ours, and for instance of the Beetles or Ants, state that we all have originated from the same maternal planet. This event is called the Exodus. The Chronicle of Exodus was allegedly encrypted on the 6 crystals called the tablets that were given to 6 different races. The one who wants to decrypt the Chronicle needs a key. It's a typical mythological story, but it seems they've got the very key. Well, that's great. What can we do with it? Good question. 5 of the 6 tablets are allegedly lost or secretly kept somewhere in the galaxy, but the remaining one is well known. It's a main relic of the Bloodsucker's skull that is still exposed in their temple. We have a Bloodsucker's skull? What? Oh my god. I always thought it was just a false artifact they used to trick the naive believers, but what is it not? I mean, they offered for me to join when I was young, but I thought it was ridiculous, but now I'm kind of rethinking it. Maybe I should have joined. We should immediately take a course to the Bloodsucker's Temple to continue our research there. I'm sure that if we will act correctly, we can come to an agreement on, well, everything. I would like to ask to not interrupt me while I'm reporting. Seriously, like, you have an attitude problem, okay? I am your boss. How many times do you want me to repeat that? Oh, it wasn't at me. Okay. Never mind. Just ignore what I said. I will try to talk to you a bit nicer. I didn't know you're this upset about it, boss. And now we've got another one who talks with the exact same voice. I'm sorry, Commander. Let me report. The Gravedigger's battleship named the Black Sun really doesn't relate to the Beta Empire fleet. However, it's not either a pirate vessel. Most likely they are sectarians. We have learned at what places this ship was. Notice in different time and friend an approximate area where we could try to find the Gravedigger's base. Commander, I suppose that this sectarian group is a threat for us and we shouldn't leave them behind. I asked to direct Camelistar to the sector I've pointed out to continue the investigation. I insist that we have to fly to the Bloodsucker sector. Again with the yelling, we just talked about it. We're gonna go to the Bloodsucker's Temple because I love that name. Like, that sounds so hilarious. Also, who willingly goes into a Bloodsucker's Temple? Like, that's weird. That's very, very strange. But regardless, I think this might be a good time to end the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, write it down in the comments. And you can click on the right towards some other games that we played on this channel. I'll see you there. Bye bye.